you are going to have a boring girlfriend that doesn't make you laugh?
Why does she need to be in the mall, you know? In fact, why does she need to be outside? There's other men outside. But like sliding the DMs isn't the only way to shoot your shot.
And hello to you in every language that feels like home. My name is Untatile Dikwe, but you know the streets know me as Joy the journalist, your favorite minister of joy, favorite minister of journalism, Joy the journalist. And I'm not here alone today. As you can see, I'm joined by the boys, and you guys are
Called Out Chronicles, yeah, man.
Period, skirt. And we are in collaboration today. Our channel is in collaboration with the Called Out Chronicles, and it's about to be a vibe. So I basically asked you girlies, right, to send me a couple of questions in, burning questions though, right, for the guys to answer. And these are the people that are going to be answering your questions, right? But as usual, before we start anything, we're going to start in prayer. So bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you, Lord, in the name of Jesus, and we pray, Lord, that everything we do today, we will do with the spirit of excellence. And we pray, Lord, that as we work and as we produce and as we present, oh God, that it will display your light, your power, and your glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Now we're going to jump right into an icebreaker, right? It's just to kind of clear the air. Actually, before we do that, who am I here with?
What's up, man? You here with Tawang? Yeah, man. The philosopher, the philosopher, you know? And these are my boys.
Efra, but call me. Call me.
Good morning.
Ooh,
afternoon.
sorry.
Good evening.
And good night.
And good night. My name is Bossy, yeah, man.
Type. Now, guys, I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions, right? But it's a game, it's the icebreaker.
Sure.
So the game is called Would You Rather? Mm-hmm. And the first one is, would you rather have a partner that is always honest with you, or one that makes you laugh?
Like I said, I'll take care of the jokes. All she needs to do is be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the jokes.
Alright.
Just be honest.
You got that on the low.
I got that.
Alright, got you.
Nah, real talk. My friend said earlier, honesty is the best policy. You know what I mean? So that's the one way I said, we'll take care of the jokes. Like, your jokes mean nothing to me if you're not honest.
Rude.
Yeah, no, I agree with both of them. Obviously, to be honest at all times, man.
So meaning you are going to have a boring girlfriend that doesn't make you laugh?
I think honesty doesn't have to be boring, you know. Like I said, we can find other ways to entertain me by outing, you know, picnics. As far as jokes are concerned, I got you.
Wait, though. Like, you go on the picnic and she's
boring.
Bro. Like, she looks so morbid. Bro.
She's boring, like...
Remember, you guys said she's honest. She doesn't have a dead sense of humor. I know I got the jokes. If she laughs at my jokes, we can dive into deep conversations and have honest conversations. But I got the jokes. Just laugh and we're good.
So there's no banter. It's just you with the jokes every day.
Yo, no banter.
Yeah,
no
guys.
banter. Why?
That over. Listen, I'm going to hang out with a couple of friends, and then she's busy doing who knows what.
She's
so
busy doing her friends. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know,
a lot.
Nah, I'm going to my grandma's house, but her grandma's driving a G-Wagon.
And you know,
hey.
granddad passed away with a bicycle.
You know, the guy had to tie his shoelaces before going to work, so it's like, it's deep. Nah, stay honest.
Okay.
Stay honest.
Okay. Okay, so the next one is, would you rather be able to read minds or see the future of all your relationships? I think this is an interesting one. Yeah. Let's start at the back, actually.
You trying to start over here?
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely read minds. But I said it earlier and I'm gonna say it again. I feel like the two coincide in a sense.
In what way?
I feel like if I can read your mind, let's say I'm not a very secure gent, which I am, by the way, just putting it out there. You feel me? But let's say I'm not a very secure gent and I can read your mind. If I see doubt 90% of the time, it's so cooked, bro. So I feel like it can affect the future. So I would choose to just be myself.
No, but you have to pick one.
I chose, but I'm saying if the third option was there, I don't want to know what you're thinking.
So which one
Like
would you pick between the two?
Definitely read the thoughts. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Me, I say I'd rather choose to read the thoughts, firstly because if I do see doubt, I can do something to install reassurance. I can reassure if there's doubt.
Can I interject?
No, but go ahead.
Sorry. What if she's doubting, ne? But she's not the one, so now you're wasting your time either way.
I think it's part of life, man. Sometimes you do find yourself in a position where you convince someone is the one even when they're not. It's just a thing of you're going to have to take the full dust off your clothes and keep it pushing, keep looking to the next. But as far as seeing the future is concerned, I don't like spoilers.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Okay. With me, both of you guys said read mine, so I'll be the odd one out.
Nah, I said I'll choose to see the future.
Oh, you see the future? Oh,
No, wait.
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
said you
said
read
read
mine.
mine.
Yeah.
You don't like spoilers.
Yeah, sorry,
so I'll be the
excuse
odd
me.
one out, and I'll say that I would want to see the future,
Okay, why?
so I know what I'm dealing with.
Because also, you're seeing the future of all the relationships that you're gonna get into.
Is this like friendship and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You see, so then you
I'll
can
see the
tell if
future.
you're wasting your time or not. Because essentially, you know how boring it is to realize that you wasted a whole chunk of years on someone.
Okay, can I ask something? If you have that ability and you see the future, you're gonna avoid situations, meaning you're gonna avoid conflict and stuff like that. When are you gonna grow?
Okay, ne? But I feel let me say this: if you can read minds, then you're also technically, you can also avoid conflicts if you read minds.
Yeah, but it's gonna require me to work on certain things. If I do, like I said, if I do see doubt, I'm going to need to develop ways to install reassurance. If I see fear, I'm going to need to develop ways to counter that. You get me? If I see the future, there's nothing I can do to change the future. Apart from stay away from those relationships. There's no room for growth.
You got me there. Yeah. I was gonna fight you. Oh boy.
I'm just gonna say I like a soft life. I don't want to struggle. So the next one is: would you rather have the ability to see the past or the future? But I feel like this one is a bit weird
Yeah.
because
Future.
you know the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway.
Sorry to interject, but I feel like looking at the past, bro, I feel like you'll eventually get stuck there. You feel like, damn, I did this wrong. Because me personally, I know I'll be having those moments where I'm just chilling. I'm like, damn, this could have been so different though. You feel me? So I would rather see the future merely because of that fact.
Not as good. The next one is... Oh, sorry.
For me, it's a thing of I am someone who overthinks, so I'm not going to enjoy looking into the past, but I feel like I've always said, in order to know where you're going, you need to know where you come from, I feel like having that thing where you can look into the past, you'll always be able to ground yourself in the roots of who you are and not get lost in that.
Can I interject? I feel like it's redundant in the fact that you lived through your past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know what your past is.
Yeah.
So you can only maybe if you were to pick something, it would be to see the future, because you lived through your past. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something. This question is a bit weird. But anyway, would you rather have the ability to forgive anyone or have the ability to forget a painful memory?
It's a good one.
Please ask again.
Would you rather have the ability to forgive anyone or have the ability to forget any painful memory?
That's a deep one.
They even went quiet. This is a good one.
That's a
This is
deep
gonna
one.
get them thinking.
Yeah, I'ma say let's start at the back with this one. What do you guys think?
Alright, Colms. I think for me personally, I'll choose the ability to forgive anyone, and the reason why I say that is because for me personally, I feel like those painful experiences, you took something out of them. You feel me? You learned something from it. So I feel like it can be I don't want to say a reminder, but in a sense, a reminder, of, okay, I did this wrong. This is how I felt about it. It's like, for example, you're a kid and your mama spank you. You remember it, if I do this again, bro. You know what I mean? Because you remember that feeling. So I think I'll choose to remember the painful experiences.
So it's to forgive.
Yeah.
To forgive anyone.
Yeah.
So this means you struggle to forgive.
Yes.
Okay. All right, next.
I'll say also forgive, man, because I don't wanna, revisit or retouch the painful memories. You understand? I wanna move forward.
Yeah,
Wait, what was the question?
So wouldn't you want to then choose forget the painful memories over forgiving anyone if you don't want to revisit them?
Say the question one more time.
So it's, would you rather have the ability to forgive anyone or have the ability to forget any painful memory? So it's forgive or forget any painful memory.
Oh, forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, keyword.
Yeah.
Keyword. Yeah, nah. That's a different approach now.
Yeah.
Now I have to rethink. You can go so long.
For me, I choose to forgive anyone. I mean,
But you don't struggle to forgive though.
I don't struggle to forgive, but it's a thing
Opa.
of okay, yeah. I can forgive minor offenses, but there's this situations where I realize that my heart is not as forgiving as I'd like it to be. I've held grudges for years, on one person. And I attempt to forgive, it just doesn't happen, But also as far as bad memories are concerned, man, anything that breaks you down can build your character.
So question, and I want you guys to answer actually at the same time. I don't know if you can do that. Can we do that?
Alright, let's put a mic in the middle.
Okay, I'm gonna count you guys down. Looks or personality? 3, 2, 1, go.
Looks.
Personality.
Oh, now personality.
Sorry, come again?
Personality.
You guys lying though. You guys are lying.
Can I give my
I'm gonna
opinion?
be honest. I want to say looks so bad.
That's my thing.
I want to say looks so bad, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd rather deal with entertaining.
But
You guys are lying.
I have a question.
You know also, okay.
I have a question. Just to put your question into context, right? So, is this during the talking stage, like what attracts you to the girl, or is it what you
No.
prefer in a girl?
Let's say what you prefer.
Then personality, because I feel like looks is something you can find and then get to know the personality.
Guys, now I feel like you're lying. Now I feel like you're lying. Because, okay.
She wanted us to
I
fight.
feel like, bro, with personality, man, it's something that's very difficult to develop. If someone has a dry personality, it's hard to change that. But looks, there's nothing a bit of makeup and a wig can't fix,
I beg to differ. Because also, if you don't find, meaning, let me ask you this, Rey, by personality, you guys would date someone that you don't find attractive.
Nah.
You see? So then you're contradicting yourself then.
She called
Yeah,
me
but
so
thing
bad.
is, okay, but that question is flawed though.
In what sense?
Because if someone's not appealing to me, I'm not going to approach them to find out what type of personality they have.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though.
Valid though.
Looks over personality. Then you also then contradicting yourself. Because
this is
then
what I'm saying.
You're essentially saying looks over personality.
Hear me out. No, it's not looks over personality. It's literally what attracts me is the personality. But even if after I've approached you and I'm like, nah, she's bad, I want to have a conversation with her. If I find out you have a dry conversation, I'm going to move away. If a hand not so decent looking hand were to approach me, I'm going to be defensive. But if I find out like, nah, we actually get along, I'm
You
most
might
likely to
consider
stay in the relationship than with a dry hand.
Cap. But next.
Would you be seen with her in public then?
Exactly. Would you hold a hand in the mall? Because you don't hold personality's hand in the mall.
You know what, bro? Why does she need to be in the mall, In fact, why does she need to be outside? There's other men outside.
I don't hold hands.
Whatever you
You
need.
feel me? I'm not
I
a
feel like,
touchy
dog,
type person.
why do you need to... We have Sheen, we have Checker 60 seconds.
Checkers 60-60, blood. Checks to 60 minutes there.
Yeah, men Checker 60-60, Jokes aside, though, real jokes aside, I feel like my ego won't allow me to hide her, I'm a guy that believes double down, stand on your business 10 toes, have honor in your decisions, So I feel like, yes, it's not going to be pleasant seeing the looks, from people, but I feel like I'm going to be able to be on some, okay, they're only seeing the outside, I'm not there for the looks. I would have made peace that I'm not there for the looks. So
Even if your friends make fun of her?
Jerezy.
as long as they don't do it to her face, I mean, I've thrown some shade to their hands in the past, so as long as it's not to her face, it's going to hit me, but don't disrespect her in front of her face, Oaks. Come on. She's someone's
but
daughter.
Would you not prefer it if we were not double-sided with her? Two-faced, essentially. So
Be
you-
two-faced. Lie to her. Lie
But
to her.
what if... My thing is, though, what if I'm the type of character that just can't lie to somebody? Like, if she were to ask me, like, how do I look in this dress, bro?
Why would my
Why
hand
would she
ask
ask
you
you
how
how she
you
looks in the
Nah.
chest?
Why is she comfortable asking you that?
It's a fair question though.
No.
No, because
Yes.
okay. Look at it from this perspective. Let me cook. Look at it from this perspective, right? So she knows no matter what she looks like, you'll compliment her as a husband, right?
As
So
her
she wants,
husband.
yes. So she's like, okay, she wants a second opinion, and I just happen to be in the room.
No. Call your friend. Video call your friend.
Yo.
Your female friend.
Call your female friend.
Call your female
She
friend.
will tell
Because
you.
female friends lie to each other all the time. They're just telling
that's
each
a
other,
lie, that's
you
a
look
lie.
cute.
Bro,
That's a
on the Instagram.
That's a lie. My
comment.
girlies, you guys always look good. Just by the way, these
You see?
men are liars.
Prime example.
Yeah.
Prime example.
I've seen
Prime
some
example.
outfits. No. No.
Yo, boy.
No, I've seen some outfits, I've seen some makeup, take it off. You know, it's a thing of be comfortable. I mean, if you're gonna stand on your business always, do your thing. But
Someone's getting cut off.
as far as I'm concerned, man, I just feel like we need to get to a place where we have to be honest with each other, man.
Women, be honest to your women.
So you wouldn't mind him being honest with your woman?
No, my woman shouldn't feel comfortable enough asking my friends how they look. If
How
her,
she looks.
yeah, if her female friend said she looks some type of way, you know, and she asked me like, yo, this one said I don't look the best. I'm like, sweetheart, you have an amazing personality. You know?
No way. I can't imagine being with a man that doesn't find me attractive. Like that would kill me. I would maybe just like jump over a cliff.
I have a question.
Cause no ways.
Right. I would like to turn your question around because obviously you said now for men is it looks or personality, but what is it for women though?
I now can be with an ugly man. I don't care. What am I gonna do with a pretty man? I don't care.
So for you it's personality.
Yeah, for me it's personality. For me it's personality and money. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, personality
Next.
And money.
Thank you.
If you have
Next.
the personality without the money, you heard it your first.
No,
You're
but
not
like
getting wiped
no,
up, man.
guys. But like I feel like, cause you know how they say beauty is a social standard or like it's social currency. Let me say that. So if beauty is social currency, then what's a man's social currency? It's money. What am I gonna do with a pretty man? What am I gonna do with a pretty man? And you know, like as we grow older, we're gonna start bragging about different things. Now I'm gonna start bragging about the house that I just bought, or like, you know, my husband bought me a push present, and it's a car. You know what I mean? But now, if all you do is look like pretty in the house, what am I gonna do with that? You know what I mean? But you, Khosi?
Oh no, I already gave my side.
Which was?
What was it? What are we chatting about again?
Looks or personality.
Oh yeah, no, I said personality. Okay, firstly I said looks, but again now, each.
So why the change in heart though?
No, because I said the wrong thing. You understand? What had
Was
happened
instinct.
was I had looks in my mind, and I was like, Khosi, that's not you, my boy.
Nah, but it
That's also
is though.
personality.
I feel like niggas would never. Sorry, men would never be.
Say nigga.
No.
Say the word
Men would never be with someone they don't find attractive. Like I refuse. Even if maybe your friend might think she's unattractive, you think she's attractive.
No, but I would.
But then you approach a hand because you see the looks.
Yeah, but that's what I said. That, but I did say in the beginning though that I wouldn't go out of my way to approach her unattractive hand. But if an unattractive hand were to like, let's say, start off with friends, I have no problem with being friends. And I see now we're actually getting along. The vibes are there. We're laughing. It's always good vibes. Our conversation flow, even during conflict, how we resolve conflict. And I could be like, okay, I can actually consider this. Because at the same time, what's a pretty hand gonna do? Like, how are they gonna interact with my kids if all they are is pretty? You know, I need a mom who can entertain my kids. I need a woman who can entertain me for life. Like, life is long and it can
Who
be
can
hard.
entertain you?
Yeah, in terms of
Who can entertain you
in terms of laughter
for life?
for life. Yeah.
Okay, wait, but
For life.
before we continue, right, I would just like to rebuttal her point where she said that a guy can't go for anyone that they don't find attractive.
They do.
Do you not think that settling is a real thing though?
It is, ne? But like, either way, I feel like
Hey, Chief, she called me soldier, man. What you saying?
I feel like either way, even if you are settling, a part of you still kind of likes her or how she looks. No,
Not necessarily.
no.
Not necessarily. I
You
know
reach a
what.
point as a Jane where it's like
You know what? I
It's
want
shy.
stability over
Yeah.
over anything else. Because for example, let's say
Wait, okay.
let's say some men have a lot of money. Obviously, I'm not advocating for this way of thinking, right? But let's say a gen has a lot of money, right? He's comfortable, And he's like, if I go for the baddest, how will I know? You know what I mean? He's like, can I get her because I have this money, or is she attainable because of who I am? So a lot of the times you'll find that they go for someone completely objectively unattractive, not even subjectively. Like everyone can look and be like, she's not top of the shelf. And obviously I'm not degrading any woman, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I would say it is subjective, but I feel like there are some appearances that are just like, it's a bit iffy.
Okay. Is this how we close it? Can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is, how do guys
At
feel?
the same time.
No.
Okay.
How do guys feel when women shoot their shot?
Oof, let's get to business.
What a confidence booster!
Let's get to business.
You know, I mean,
Do you guys like it?
it's appealing, man. Like, it's a thing of obviously.
It's a two-edged sword.
I'd prefer to kind of like approach, but it's not something I look down upon. It's not something I feel iffy about. You know, if not anything, for me it just commands respect. Like if a was to approach me and be like, bro, listen, I'd have more respect in the relationship. Yeah.
So if someone, like a girl, slid in your DMs, you'd be okay with it? Because that's essentially shooting your shot.
That's what it is today. But like sliding in the DMs isn't the only way to shoot your shot. But sliding in the DM.
And she like with some corny punchline, like.
Can I say something?
Okay, but thing is, as a gent.
I want to answer before I forget. Ma, you
Okay,
can
go.
go. Thing is, you know, I strongly believe in gender equality now. So, I feel like it shouldn't be a man every single time that shoots the shot. If you feel some type of way about the guy, shoot your shot. You understand?
Okay, but how do you feel about that? How do you feel about a woman shooting a shot to you? And like, would you be okay with like a girl like sliding in your DMs, for example?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be like, oh, hey, you know.
With like a corny like punchline, more like, did you fall from the sky?
Hey, she see now. But then I'll be like, hey.
My thing is, bro, hold on. My thing is, with those, I know, like, if she's there, obviously, if it's Instagram, looks are gonna matter. You're not gonna get me first try with the first line, and because I'm gonna look at your profile, you know.
Yeah.
So if she's, you know, in that bracket that I would go for, and she slides, I know I'm gonna have to take that conversation and somehow lead it. Because one thing, like, even if she slides first, even if a woman approaches the conversation, like 8 out of 10 times the men will end up leading the conversation anyway.
I beg to differ.
Would you really?
I said
Okay,
8
but
out of 10 times, not all the time.
before we step onto this, right?
Yeah.
Let me just quickly say something. Because I feel like at the same time, yes, she hit me up with that catchphrase, right? But I can't lie, I can tend to be very spiteful. Like, I know damn well if I hit you up with that same thing, you're hearing me, so I'm hearing you.
That's my thing. But also,
Don't get me
like,
wrong, I respect it, but I just don't step that way. Like, come clean.
Yeah, come correct.
So you would want to like pursue the woman and not the other way around.
Yeah, that's how I prefer it.
Okay.
But I respect you if you do hit me up, and obviously if everything's done right, it can still work out. I won't look at you differently. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. So next.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is, why do guys pursue women that they're not sure about?
Oh Lord.
I think it's a question of I'm just gonna come out and say it. If it's a situation of I'm not sure about you, it's a thing of you have to be good looking in that case, because now it's not about the relationship, it's about what are my boys going to think about this hand, what are people going to think about this hand. If we're unsure about it most of the times, you get me, it can either be that, like, it's not always the one answer, or it's a thing of maybe they genuinely see where it goes, but I'm not sure, you know. There's possibility for it to be better or for it to be worse. It depends. We'll find out. Stay tuned type of situation.
You feel me? Like, I don't even want to swear, but like, F around and find out.
Yeah, mess
But
around and find out.
Not even in a negative light. Honestly, like, I feel like, yes, for example, in the woman's head, it might sound as if, you know what, you feel me, you're taking me for a while, or you're unsure about me. But sometimes it's more of a thing of like, I'm unsure of how far it can go, but if I don't try, I won't know.
Yeah.
But then, wouldn't you consider that toying with someone's emotions and wasting their time, essentially?
Not really, because what if it works out?
No, but then, like, no. Because the question
it's a
is...
50-50 coin flip.
No, guys, no ways. Because if you're not sure about someone, then why are you pursuing them in the first place? Just leave her alone.
If I'm not sure, it doesn't mean that I don't see a hope. It's just that I'm not sure that it's going to end well.
No, but let's
You know.
be logic.
If I'm not sure, like, let's see. You know, there's a possibility it might work out. Like my boy Ephraim said, if I don't do this, you won't know. Let's turn it around and put it into opportunities. If I don't pursue an opportunity simply because I'm not sure it will succeed, I'm going to lose out on so many opportunities that could have succeeded.
I get that, ne? But now my thing is, this is not a business opportunity. It's a person.
Yeah.
So this is a person with feelings, and you know that you don't like this girl like that, but you're still going for her. Why?
Because how many times you go for people that we're sure about and it still doesn't work out?
Okay, I get that, but like my thing is, you know, you don't like. No, shut up.
He's cooking.
No, guys. But then, okay, let me flip around and add on to that. Then, do you think it's right, and would you appreciate it if someone did that to you?
I feel like we've all been in situations
Yeah, I
where
feel
that
like
was done to us.
sorry to interrupt you. Like, in terms of what I respected, I think it's a tough one, but I think it's a tough pill to swallow. But I'd fall more into the respect end. Like I said, so many times you sure, like even in relationships, you're busy planning your future. We're gonna get married. We're gonna have this many kids, this house, in this state, and then the relationship falls to nothing. You know, so you can't be sure. Like you never know how it's gonna end until it ends.
Yeah,
So
like
take
won't
a
there
chance,
always
take a
be
leap of faith.
a hint? That's my thing. Won't there always be a hint of uncertainty?
But then, guys, you know the saying, a man always knows if he found
That's a
the
lie, bro.
one. Is it really?
biggest.
Is it
That's a
really?
lie. That's a
I feel
lie.
like maybe it's because you guys haven't met the one.
I feel like future.
That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
it-
That's
who's it?
that's
I feel
that's
like
that's
Takeoff
just me.
is
That's
cap.
just me.
I feel like
Cap.
that's something you
Cap.
say to everyone. I feel like when you're in a relationship, you go through that phase where everything is heightened. Like when you realize I'm in love now. Like you look at this person, there's sparkles around them. Obviously not like that, you know. Obviously not like that. It's just a thing of. I feel like this moment arises after. For me personally, it's always arises after some form of conflict, and we made it through it. You know. Now we're like, actually, this person might be the one because
it's
now we
still a
have
might.
evidence that we can survive tough times. So like this might be the one, you know. And men will say this almost, they say it 3-4 times a lifetime until they get married. They'll be like, I always knew you were the one for me.
But
You know?
they were really cap, yeah.
You get me? I feel like people, when people are in love, allow me to use the word, right, they tend to use over emotionalized words in certain situations to make the person feel better. It's not about fact, it's about I want to make this person feel so special to me. You know, it's about trying to make this person understand how you're currently feeling, you know. So that's just my take on it.
And you guys, or did you answer?
I think essentially we did. Do you have anything else to add? Yeah, no, I think
You guys are good.
that's how we concluded our point.
All right. Should I ask the next one, or should we go?
Mama.
Should we close it off and then they should stay tuned for part 2? Stay tuned.
What's the time right now? If it can fit within, let's push for more. Yeah.
The last one is, why do men ghost?
I can't speak for others. Me, I simply reciprocate the energy. For me, I reciprocate the energy. I'm always gonna give, especially if I know that we are in a talking stage or we're dating, I'm always gonna give him 100%. But if I feel you pulling back and you're not communicating effectively for giving me reasons, I'm gonna be studying this week, I'm gonna be less on my phone, then it's like, okay, I'll still be the one hitting you up because I know you're busy now. You might need that reminder that you still have a person. If suddenly you just up and disappear, I'm gonna do the same. You know, but I will get tired. I will eventually get tired and ask, yo, what's happening now? Yeah.
So essentially, you don't ghost. You just follow suit.
Yeah, I reciprocate.
Okay, I can respect
Yeah,
that.
no, I agree with that. Like with me, if I'm the one that's constantly hitting you up every single time, and you're not hitting me up, I'm gonna ghost you.
Ah,
I'm allow it there.
devil. I'm joking.
I think
I'm joking.
I think with me, the points they gave are extremely valid. Like reciprocating, number one, is important. Number two, like also put in the same effort I'm putting in. But I think for me as well, and I think it's also important to realize that niggas are humans too, bro. Like sometimes it's not even a thing of we're intentionally ghosting. Like, I know with me, bro, I'd be so lazy to respond to people. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like you, Doc, but damn,
hard.
my phone is so far right now, bro.
Yo.
So I'll get back to you.
Okay, but now I'm speaking like in terms of the umbrella term, right?
Mm.
Why do men ghost?
In general.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think it's also like a
I have a question. Why are we saying why do men ghost like women don't ghost as well?
I get I'm
That's a good
asking these are questions I got from the girlies for guys. So that's what I'm asking you guys.
Go rebuttal that
So-
question to them, please.
I will
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have a group of girls that I'm also gonna do this exact same thing with. So I'll ask them this question too.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, in terms of guys, in like umbrella terms, I'm gonna say 60% is pure manipulation. Yeah, it's pure manipulation, and even harder pill to swallow is that it's a manipulation tactic that works.
Ooh.
You know,
You know what I think it is? I think it's breadcrumbing. Do you guys know what
Yeah.
breadcrumbing is?
leading the person to you,
And then you
snatch
ghost,
away,
and
yeah.
then the person comes running back to you.
Yeah,
Do you think it works?
Yeah.
Do you think it works?
yeah. I think it works, and the reason why I say so is because I don't want to quote anything because I can't give you guys the source right now, right? But I'm confident that the reason it works is if I'm giving you a certain type of energy, right, and then I suddenly withdraw myself, you're gonna be asking yourself, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Where did I mess up? And you're going to try and make up for that. And then once you come back, I'm gonna be there for a while, withdraw again. So it's just the thing of I
People
think
love
men
attention.
use that to keep their person in touch. Because the women will ask, why is he ghosting me, but they'll never leave him? Am I wrong? But you said umbrella term.
Yeah.
How many females, deal with that? And it's easier said than done. Like, just leave, because it's something that works. It's not decision, it's psychological. You get me? So it's about identifying and having the discipline to respect yourself and be like, nah. But that's why I say communication helps. Tell me why you're throwing. As soon as you don't tell me why, I'm just gonna see it as this isn't gonna work on me.
You're taking me for a damn one, yeah. you know you, yeah.
What do you guys think? Why do
One
men
and a
ghost?
half. Huh?
What do you guys think?
Why what?
Why men ghost? Like,
Why men?
yeah, umbrella term.
I think in the broader aspect of it, I feel like men would ghost. Number one, like you guys said, breadcrumbing. I feel like that's a real thing because I feel like sometimes men also feel as if you're not gonna give me attention one way, I'm gonna demand it another way. No, not in a negative light. Like some niggas are manipulative like that. It's laws of human nature.
Bashimani. I suggest we stay away from Bashimani. And you know one thing about the birds, they will chase after those breadcrumbs. But continue.
Thing is, there's different scenarios to it that you can approach to it, and why a gent will ghost you. You understand what I'm saying? Because like, obviously, first scenario being you guys go on a date. After the date, he doesn't hit you back up.
Yeah.
That means hey, he didn't go well and all that.
Yeah.
But like, on the other side is also, as you said, attention. Is seeking attention. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say as well is, I mean, guys, we've said a lot, okay, manipulation, breadcrumbing, and Joyce reacted, bashimani. But one thing we tell our friends is that, yo, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but you guys need to be aware there's sharks too, man. There are generally bad people in the
Predator.
world. You know, there are men and women who just don't care about other people's emotion like that. They will manipulate for the sake of manipulation, you know. Like, I've never understood the concept of cheating. Why cheat? But there are men who do it simply for vibes. Because they can, they do. There's no reason behind it, no trauma, no psychological. They just do it.
Okay. Do you think it's like a self-esteem thing? Or not even a self-esteem thing, but like a you didn't get enough love at home thing?
Like I said, a lot of the times there is reason behind it. There is a cause behind it, you know. Like, you know, anything can lead to a guy who wants to cheat, who feel the need to cheat, whether it's validation, the attention, the lack of self-love, so they try to, you know, get that from seeing how many women they can pull, you know. But I also believe that there's some people who just do it for vibes, for the love of the game. You know?
For the
But
love of
this
the
is just
game
my
is a
take.
wild. Champions
Okay,
League in
there you
this.
heard it, Banyana Maka, for the
Wait,
love
and
of
also
the game.
can I also add one more thing? Sometimes gents are actually busy. The gents
Gents
are
actually what?
They're busy.
They're busy?
They're
Ah,
busy.
well, guys, we're also
Sometimes-
busy. We're also busy.
With what?
Men used to go to war back in the day
Yeah?
and still write letters back to their wives. When are we busy going?
There's
When
a
are we
lot
busy going?
going on.
Because there's no way. We're busy going because number one, you're a tato from my neighborhood, and now you're studying, and you can't be that busy. When men back then used to write letters to women when they were in war. Please. I miss the days actually when men would go to war and just die.
Oh, in equal equality, come and join us.
inequality.
With equal equality, come and join us.
No.
Right?
Lie.
But essentially, that's why I said I've never felt the need to ghost, because communication solves so many problems. I'll tell you, this week I'm not going to talk to you because I'm going to my grandparents' house. There's no internet that side. For an example you gave me, like, I'm not going to be on my phone. It's nothing deep, it's nothing personal. And if you're going to be in that same situation where you're going to go and you're going to be away, you know, it, like, you can say my parents told me by surprise, sweetheart, I'm going to be gone. It's nothing personal. I'm going to just be busy. You know, but that comes with the risk of lying as well. Like, you can't ignore the fact that people lie.
But
You get me?
I feel like it could also be a thing of cognitive dissonance.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is, for example, let's say I'm the guy in the situation, right? And then the girl tells me she likes me, but the way she behaves doesn't reflect that, which creates cognitive dissonance, right? So then it's a situation of like mixed signals. And
Yeah.
for a lot of men, the minute they get mixed signals, they feel like they're being taken for a one. It's like, I'm out. Because a lot of them have been through situations, for example, where they saw mixed signals, they mised it, and next thing they knew, they were messed up. So now they're like, you know what, the minute I see mixed signals, I'm so sorry. Even if it's not intentional by the other person, it's just I don't even want to say like PTSD, but it's just a thing of, it's like a protection mechanism.
Yeah. And people might ask, why not just leave, you know? It's a question people ask. I think after a certain time, you just build up that attachment to the person, you know, where it's just difficult to let go. So you
Completely.
hold on to the little pieces rather than let go of the whole person, because now there's history. There's something there to hold on to.
So then would you say it's emotional baggage?
It's, yeah, I mean, it's more than just emotional baggage. It's psychological baggage. For most of the worldly relationship, it's physical baggage. Your body craves this person now.
Ooh. Can I wrap it up?
Yeah, we
Can I wrap it up?
We actually got 4 minutes left. Drop the mic.
Okay, you guys, that is how we wrap up this section or this part. We're gonna name it part 1. Ne? Yeah. So stay tuned for part 2. It's been amazing. This segment, by the way, on my channel is called Couch Conversations. It's a new segment that I'm introducing to the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you lots, like chili tots, because you are thebomb.com. What do you guys have to say to your people before you leave?
I think I have a big announcement that I'd like to tell to the people. This will be my last podcast in a while, but you know what, I trust the homies to carry on the fire properly. Your homie's leaving to go take care of some business. You feel me? So I'm gonna have to go take care of that, but every time I'm around, you know I'm there.
He's pregnant, you guys.
You know my 9-month break's been due. Wow.
Whoa.
But yeah, from my end, bro, love to the Called Out community. You guys have shown me bare love. You've shown me bare flames too, but you know what, I appreciate all of it. So amen.
Yeah, it's love all around, man. And as for the rest of the team, we have so much coming for you guys. This year is going to be so exciting. Expect higher quality videos, more energy, more fire. It's just going to be better and better. We're stepping into higher and higher quality, better and better places. You know, expect more excellence from us, and definitely more entertainment. If I was you guys, I definitely want to stay tuned.
Buckle up your seatbelts because you're in for one heck of a ride. Anyway,
More
Khosi.
collaborations coming.
Shut up.
Also, guys, you forgot to tell them.
Tell them what?
Oh. Yeah, so there's also going to be an official collaboration with Called Out Chronicles and
My channel.
My YouTube
with my
channel.
girlies, with my besties. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Definitely expect more collaborations from us. There will be an official collaboration where we maybe temporarily, maybe permanently, kind of like merge our channels to work together. Like I said, if I was you guys, I'd want to know. So you might as well stay tuned.
Otherwise, second half.
Second half. Bye.